Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650/50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Flex, the live is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Well, it's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Come on in, smash the like button, share the video. We are our own algorithm. Yeah. Let's do this roll call. I want to get right to business with this silliness. My brother, Cop Aborigines in the building. Mac of the South, Michael Fleming, G. McCall, Tay-Tay, happy born day. Today is our queen's born day. Tay-Tay, the real queen of MMA and combat talk. Salute to you, queen. Happy born day. Big Blackwell in the building. Jim Diamond, true boxing night. Salute. Coach Hudson, my brother, how are you? Yes, sir. Go subscribe to my brother, Coach Hudson. Chilltown Majors, Rod Neal, Tim Harmon, Mind of Monta Musa, Andre Jones, Abdullah. Chill, y'all call you. After the show, I'll call you. Mr. Shelton, salute. Brother Reef. Shaquilla Fields in the building. Jalen Hudson, Stephen X, the Sensei, Stormy B-Man, Kawhi Elliott, Main Biker, Kai World. Salute to y'all. Come on in, smash the like button. Let's just get right to the smoke. With respect to look, us as black people, we're held to a different standard. I understand. And I know we've seen worse. I understand that. Gerard, Brother Reef, salute. Harlem in the building. I understand. We're held to a different standard. And whatever we do, we got to be 8 to 10 times better than our, I don't want to say opponents, than our contemporaries. For example, Dil Spoolie, salute. Trey, what up? For example, Barack Hussein Obama wouldn't have gotten anywhere near the White House if he behaved like Donald Trump. That's just the reality of it. So he had to be picture perfect to get into the White House. And I'm not talking politics. I just use that as a great example. All right. Now, I know there's a lot of things that fighters have done that were every bit as irresponsible as what Daniel Dubois has done. What I'm saying is I feel let down because at this level, at 27 years old, he literally had an opportunity. He had the world of boxing in the palm of his hand, and all he had to do was, listen to what I'm saying now. He didn't even necessarily have to win. All he had to do was compete. And I saw it. I know Coach Hudson saw it. I know Stormy saw it. I don't know if y'all understand, but that was no effort. And I'm watching the fight, and let me explain. Let me be very clear. I did my video on Usyk, and I'm gonna repeat what I said, because a lot of people hear what they want to hear. They hear you talking, but they're not really listening. Let me be very clear. Usyk is not good. He's great. He's not good. He's great. By what? Today's standards. Don't tell me he's one of the GOATs or the GOAT when he's actually dominant at the same era with Deontay Wilder still competing. And when we say, yo, Deontay Wilder's knocking over trees here, y'all said, well, the division ain't good because Deontay couldn't compete with an Ali or a Foreman or a Lennox Lewis or a Mike Tyson. Y'all told us that the era of heavyweights was bullshit. Y'all said that. Until Tyson Fury came along and then cheated Deontay. All of a sudden, he's the GOAT. And Shakur's talking about, oh, he'd have beat Ali. Y'all are saying this. And then Usyk comes and whoops Fury's ass. And we say, hey, this is what happens when he's not cheating with gloves and has drugs. And he has no drugs in the system. He's getting knocked around by an MMA fighter. And he can't beat an alleged cruiserweight. So there goes that. Y'all ignored Deontay Wilder's accomplishments. Y'all jumped on the Fury bandwagon. That's over now. Y'all tried to put stock in AJ. Daniel Dubois washes him. Usyk comes and washes Daniel Dubois, and now all of a sudden he's the GOAT. Do y'all see how y'all contradict each other? I just broke it down in its simplest form. So I said, you know what? He's not good. He's great by today's standards. But here's what I'm asking you. What are today's standards? If you discredit everything around him, what are today's standards? That's a whole other show. This is actually about Daniel Dubois. You see that? I was very simple and direct with it. Now, getting to Daniel Dubois, I know what I saw. There was no effort there. He fooled us, though, didn't he? He came to the ring drenched in sweat. I said, okay, he's properly warmed up. He's properly warmed up, and I'm like, Lada, salute. I'm like, all right, okay, all right. He looked like he was all business. I said, oh, okay. Now I think they just dumped a pot of water on him. Because that was not the Daniel Dubois. Listen, that was not the Daniel Dubois I fought Usyk the first time. It wasn't. And I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on with him. Usyk hasn't changed. He is who he is. You have to figure out him. He hasn't changed. He didn't need to make any adjustments. BP, what up? And I'm like, well, you know, he had him in that triangle that Stormy always talks to him about. Let him out every time. Eric Jordan, salute. Then when he gets hit, you know, he got hit around that nerve, around the neck, around the trap area. I've been hit there. It could dizzy you. But I said, wait, what's going on here? What's really happening? And I didn't understand where the effort went. It's like he really got hit, but he waved the white flag. I was like, what's going on? Andrew, what up? Tamar Brand says he may have taken a dive. Luca Moore, Derek Gaines, what up? Yes and no. I don't think he took a dive under duress. I don't think he took a dive. Let me just say this. I'm just going. There's no other way to say it. I don't need to build this up. He didn't take a dive under duress. This kid made how much money? Did he make $17 million that night? $17 million? And I'm like, all right, you know, he's getting paid, but at least Bro, this is for Undisputed, my man. And I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. And I said, look, Usyk, I'm not in the ring. I'm not in the ring taking those punches. I'm really not. Snoop, what up? I'm not in the ring taking these punches. I can't say what hurts and what doesn't. But I couldn't put my finger on 70 million. It wasn't 17. You know what? Oh, God. 70 million for that. This is why I got the meme of these motherfuckers dancing. Because you know what? I found out later that there literally was $1 million per person at his house partying the day of. I thought it was the day before. Now I'm hearing it's the day of. I think it was before and the day of. And this motherfucker shows up to the arena 2 hours before the ring walk. What are you doing? This dude came back after 2 losses and proved the doubters wrong. And y'all knew how I support this man. And I support his father, a black father. I support. And I said, you know what? I think this is Daniel's time. I never said that he never took the sport for granted. All he did was come back. He showed mental toughness after everyone said he was a quitter. Y'all heard me say it. And I'm watching this performance in the ring, and it's mistake after mistake after mistake. And there was no urgency in the corner. I might watch them fight on mute, but when they go to the corner, I unmute it because I want to hear what's being said. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's not winning. What are they doing? He's the bigger man. He's athletic. Where's the jab? Usyk was beating him off the back foot, man. And it looked different. It looked worse than the first fight. The first fight was competitive. Usyk hasn't changed, and he didn't need to change. Usyk knew he had him after round 2. He said, yeah, I'm going to get this guy. And I'm like, wait, what's happening here? He gets hit, he goes down, and then I'm looking at his face, and I said, it's over. Because I saw it in his face. Man, you know what, man? Now, at first, I'm just cool with a loss. Like I said, if a fighter I support loses and it's clean, meaning it was a clean hit, the drug tests are clean, and it's just life, I'm completely fine with it. I'm fine with it. You never heard me say Usyk's a dirty fighter. You heard Stormy say, man, this man knows how to win. You know how they say Mamba mentality in reference to Kobe Bryant? The Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality is, for me, that's a Jordan mentality. Then it's a Mamba mentality, right? I'll take that. That's cool. Usyk has the Holyfield mentality. Oh, but Drew, he's lost a few times. Yeah, he has. But that man, look at the fights that he did win, where you thought he was finished. He found the way to win those fights. Usyk has that Holyfield mentality. Difference is he hasn't lost. So that's why I got on my video and said the man's not good, he's great, but by today's standards. And that's not to discredit. Usyk has separated himself from every other heavyweight in the division. He ain't fight Deontay, but no one's going to hold that against him for 2 reasons. No one likes Deontay over there. They're always talking about dark skin and skinny legs and all this other stupid shit that makes no sense and is just disrespectful. But shout out to the Black American audience. Y'all let the world get away with that. But as far as everybody else, just check the resume. Derek Chisora's on there. Daniel Dubois is on there 2 times. AJ's on there twice. This is crazy. And I could not figure out what the fuck was wrong with Daniel Dubois. This was his moment. And I had faith in him. I said, man, this dude's going to win. He's going to win. This is his time. And I'm like, what the hell's happening? What is happening? Well, find out about this party. And then the videos start coming out. All of those people that weren't related to him, even if they are. Those people, if they love you, should have respect enough saying, yo, man, hey, mate, you got a fight coming up tomorrow. I'll be there. Get some rest. No, they're partying the night before. What is this? BT1 in that super chat, he said Spencer Fairmont said he had 25 people in. Oh, Lord. I can't deny, confirm any. Copper, what up? I can't deny, confirm any, but everything's coming out, man. The UK channels, I did see the Spencer Fairmont. I saw bits and pieces of it. Stormy just put me on. Like, everyone's talking about it that were like around the situation, and they're confirming. Nah, it was like it was a crappy show. It was a shit show. Mark, what up? At this level, you would think that this kid knows better, even if your dad orchestrated that. You don't know you're not disciplined enough to say, Dad, send these guys home. Okay, they could come in early in the day. We could have dinner. We could pray. And okay, but I got to get some rest. I got to get focused. They can't be here. Motherfuckers went straight to Instagram. They're doing selfies and he's partying. And then I'm hearing, oh, he did the same thing before the AJ fight. I don't care. This is not AJ. This is Alexander Usyk. This was for Undisputed. But I guess it don't matter when you got 70 M's in your bank account, and see how long that shit lasts. Everybody that was at that party is going to need something from you. Everybody. They're going to want some. They know exactly how much money he's making. Because if he didn't say it, now I'm thinking his daddy probably said it. I want to know, was all 70 of those motherfucking people there for you when you left the fucking ring that moment? Yo, that's about Daniel. Listen, I want to start this business. Can you lend me something, bro? Fuck out of here, man. Go talk to Mike Tyson about everybody that he used to walk around with and where they at now. Go ask Deontay Wilder right now in real time how many people he had to get rid of. Go ask him right now. Talk to Vinny Pazienza, talk to anybody. Sergio Martinez said when he knocked out Paul Williams, his phone wouldn't stop blowing up. And they loved him. When he edged that one out against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., because he almost blew it in the last round, if you remember. He almost blew it. Everybody loved him. When he lost to Miguel Cotto, the only person that called him was his mom. You understand? Ain't worth it. You cannot be this dense, man. I am disappointed because now the loss kind of makes sense. If you don't know, but I'm not putting it on his father, but you're 27, bro. You're a professional. You can beat the average man's ass. You're gifted with physical gifts. You have a boxing IQ. You didn't have an IQ to tell these niggas, go the fuck home, I'll see y'all tomorrow? What are you doing showing up to the arena late, man? I understand this world, but y'all understand me at this point. I'm rough on my own. That's why I don't let anybody who just flies by here, oh, Drew, you're racist, Drew, you're racist. Yeah, this is something called Monkey Tuesday. Am I talking about white folk? I take a day to shine a light on the nigga nonsense. And I'm disgusted that this young man did this to himself. Jay Bean in that super chat, salute, good brother. He says, Caroline Dubois said she stepped away from her father. Now it's starting to make sense. I knew about that, but y'all notice I never spoke on that? Because I don't like to amplify that. But now things are starting to make sense. Well, you know what? In all fairness, I don't know why. I knew they had a rocky relationship. I don't know what that is. But y'all notice I never spoke on that? Simon, what up? How you doing? Good to see you, good brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to give people fuel, but it's out now. Because people are looking at this what the? People are looking, What? What the fuck was this? And then it showed in the ring. It showed in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm disappointed because I really felt that this kid was better than this, man. And I'm not taking nothing away from Alexander Usyk. Nothing. He did what he was supposed to do. He knew in there, by the end of the first round, this kid ain't the same. He ain't the same. No. There was no body shots. He let him out that triangle 6 times. I'm telling y'all right now, again, I'm not in the ring. Yeah, salute, Queen. Michael Bay, salute. But I swear to God, y'all remember that last round where he knocked out Anthony Joshua? But before that happened, he ate that right hand. AJ landed that signature right hand and backed Danny Dubois up. I swear to God, you can't tell me at that moment, yo, listen, man, Anthony Joshua hits harder than Usyk. He hits harder than him. When you don't train properly, and this is what a lot of y'all don't know, when you don't train properly, your punch resistance goes down. There's certain things you're supposed to do that will increase your chances of taking a punch. You can't tell me that right hand that AJ hit Dubois with and backed him up before he tried to throw that uppercut from across the ring and ate a counter and got slept. Because that could have been the turning point of the fight. He made a mistake. AJ landed a punch. He backed up. He wasn't too hurt, but AJ ran forward and made a mistake and knocked himself out. The last punch hurt after he got up the first time. That last punch hurt Daniel because it snapped his head back. But those mistakes he made in the ring, the first 2-piece that he ate with no biscuit from Usyk, he was supposed to get up from that. He did. But he was supposed to shake that off. As a matter of fact, he wasn't even supposed to be getting, man. You supposed to put, did y'all remember what Lennox Lewis said? Lennox Lewis was looking confused. And I'm sure a lot of the stuff he has to say about that fight, he couldn't say on air because he's supposed to be impartial. But I know Lennox Lewis, I don't know him, but I'm saying I know he was looking at that like, Christ, what? He said the right things. He said he has to punch with Usyk. He's the bigger man. Punch with him. Punch with him. Back him up. Make it a dogfight. Man, this dude did nothing. And it's like he was unprepared. The first knockdown, he looked at his corner, and then people say, no, he was looking at his dad. What the fuck you looking at your dad for? What the fuck happened to you, kid? So I'm asking y'all, is the party over? He made 70 mil. If I had 70 mil in my bank account right now, I'm locking up the crib and I'm going to St. Croix with the clothes on my back. Y'all won't see me live for about a month because I have to buy a house, furniture, new gear. Next time you see me, my podcast will be epic. What do you think this dude's gonna do? He said he'll be back. Do y'all want to see him back at that level, at this effort? He already had the life lessons, the Joe Joyce. Oh, he wasn't as advertised. It's over. He comes back. He tore his what did he tear? His meniscus or something? His ACL in the ring on a Don King event. Came back from that. He ends up fighting Usyk. They said he quit. I said, nah, I think, well, he quit, but I think he was thinking more self-preservation. But that's not a conversation that he'll have for everyone to hear. I really think that. And now he does this. Is this the third strike? Main biker in that super chat, much love and appreciation, brother. He says, partying before the fight, me and you're just happy to be there. Yup. 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 Graham Pisspot. What's going on with you? Mac, what up? I don't know what are you ranting about in the chat? Better than Jared Anderson? Time out. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on a second. Graham Pisspot, you're relatively a new channel, all right? You're obviously from over there. Sit back and listen to the show and understand what I'm saying. Don't come in here firing shots like that, please. You really don't understand what I'm saying here. This isn't even about that. This isn't even about Daniel still being better than everything. We held Daniel Dubois on my channel to a high standard. I picked him to win. And I really don't need to explain this to you because you're new here. Show my chat some respect. And by the way, this isn't even a Jared Anderson page like that. I'm disappointed in this man. I held him to a high standard. And he failed. And I gave Usyk his credit. And I'm ready to walk away from the thing like, hey, man, Usyk's great for this era. And then I'm finding out this kid was partying the day before, in the day of, and it's showing him to the arena late. How is he showing respect to the sport, and how is he showing respect to himself? So you're saying he's better than Jared Anderson? How about this? I could put him in the same boat as Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson, he wanted to retire by the time he was, what, 27? Has he made $70 million? What is he doing next? I don't know. No one's looking for him. 1 minute he's running to the ring. He's walking to the ring with pimp hats and canes. Bacoli whoops his ass. Then he comes back. I think he fought at the theater right here in New York City. It was lackluster. And no one's checking for him. Daniel Dubois, to me, was supposed to be heir to the throne. But he legitimately fucked himself. So that's what I'm talking about. I don't know where Jared Anderson is even. I don't even know where. I'm American. I don't even know where he comes into this. For what? Why are you even bringing his name up? What you thought this was? American ride or die? No. If you're an asshole and you're a habitual fuck up, I'm gonna call you out on it. I don't care where you from. I've been called out, Jared Anderson. What do we say? Put it in the chat. Watch this. Put it in the chat. What do we clown this dude for saying? Jordan number. Matt Borgeson in that super chat salute. He said, yo, what's up with Muhammad Ali Act? I heard it's being amended. People forget UFC has more ducking than boxing. It's bad for the sport. I don't know what's going on with the Muhammad Ali Act, Matt Borgeson, but you know what I'm going to say about that, brother? You know what I'm going to say? At this current junction, boxing is going to get everything it deserves. The Muhammad Ali Act was to protect fighters. But in this era where these fanatics, I'm calling them what they are more concerned with what their favorite fighter is wearing, what they're driving, and they support their favorite fighter not fighting their contemporaries, you have what you call a mess. Why do you think Mellow Yellow, and I'm going to dedicate a whole live to him tomorrow because he has some issues. Why do you think Mellow Yellow was so mad at everybody running over the Riyadh season and getting their bread? When he was the first person that was asked to come over there and make some money. He could make some generational wealth for himself. When you have all of this dysfunction and disarray, people can walk through the front door and make a withdrawal. If they amend the Muhammad Ali Act, all fight sports is going to change, and these fighters are going to get exactly what they fucking deserve. I don't feel sorry for anybody anymore. Because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. It's called the Muhammad Ali Act. And by the way, they named that act after him. That's how great he is. And that's why Roy said what he said about Floyd Mayweather. And I stand with Roy Jones Jr. on that, by the way. But at this point, boxing is going to get what it deserves. I'm so disgusted with these dudes because on one hand, you want the fighters to make generational wealth and walk away from this with at least half of their brain and being able to take care of their kids. Now you cut them a $70 million check and they do shit like this. Man. Chris Chandler in that super chat, much love, brother. He says, salute and good morning. Haven't been here in a while, man. Been working. Love to the family. Peace and blessing, man. Salute to you, good brother, man. Always great to see you, man. Always great to see you. Thank you so much, brother. I'm glad you're doing great, man. Copper says, did he sell Undisputed for $70 million? No, I just think, look, if you win the lotto for $10 million, are you worried about going to work the next day? I'm not. I know I'm getting up and I'm going down to my place of business. I'm like, yo, I respectfully resign, man. I'll collect my pension because I'm old enough for it. I'm just being greedy right now. I'm just maxing my shit out. Nada, what up, brother? My brother Felix Nunez in the building. He said, like 78 said, you quit once, you will do it again. No lies detected. No lies detected at all. No lies detected. Queen, salute, Queen. Mr. J Dub, MJ Total Health, what up? Jeff Spark in the building. No lies detected, man. Todd French in that super chat salute. He says he has nobody to blame but himself. I say it's over. Well, I can't say anybody's wrong. He left the ring and said, I'll be back. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Congratulations. No matter what you did, after everyone said you're a quitter and everything else, here you are again, bro. You laid down. Usyk has not changed, brother. That was you. And then what's crazy is all of this stuff is coming out about the party the day before or the day of. And then you showing up 2 hours late to the arena. I never thought, man. I'm watching the thing like, yo, Usyk is nice, but what's wrong with him? I visibly saw. I was like, what's he doing? Now, mind you, I'm not the pro, but I understand the science, and I'm looking at it like, hey, what's he doing? I was like, okay, maybe he's a little jittery. That's not the case. The time to be jittery, that AJ shit, it was put up or shut up. Yeah, he floored him and beat him up and spawned, but this is different. AJ is on another level now. That was his time. I said, is he gonna be nervous? No, he walked to the ring. He was all business. I said, yup, he gonna fuck AJ up, and he did. He came to the ring with that same look. I said, yo, Usyk in trouble tonight. Round 1, I'm like, okay. Round 2, I'm like, wait a minute. Round 3, I'm like, oh my God, man. Come on, bro. What are you doing? There you go. Well, I'm 23. That's Jared. When I put the Willie Lowe Bomb Squad in the building. Whenever I say Jared Anderson, Jordan number. But I'm 23. That's the American version of this guy. As a matter of fact, that's a good comeback fight for both of them. And guess what? I got Daniel Dubois winning that. Or do I? Jarrett wasn't partying the night before he fought Bacoli. He just thought he was going to wash him. How do you say hold my beer in his language? Washed him. He ain't been the same since. He came in his next fight super heavy. He was like 260 or something like that. Thomas saw the fight live. He said he seemed disinterested. He won, but you didn't see that and say, okay, he got it together now. Nah. And guess what? Right now, no one's checking for him. But that's a good fight for both of them. And guess what? Nobody in Jared Anderson's team will put him in the ring with Daniel Dubois. No, they're trying to get him back. Marketing scheme. Marketing scheme. There's your American heavyweights right there. I don't hate nobody. I keep it honest with them. I showed Daniel Dubois a lot of courtesy, a lot of love for his father, for his corner, for him. And there was something wrong with the goddamn effort. Stormy went off on this dude. Some of y'all say, well, Stormy's being too hard. No, because he knows what he's looking at. And I know what I saw, but I said, you know what? I ain't going to talk about how bad he looked because I know what comes with that. Watch this. I said, brilliant performance by Usyk. He's not good. He's great. By today's standards, because you cats don't listen when I talk. I didn't say he was the GOAT. I said by today's standards, he's great. That's what I said. Usyk could hang it up right now. He's doing stare downs with Jake Paul just to fuck with y'all. He called out a third fight with Fury, third fight with AJ, which means he's now moving in the direction of money. He's two-time undisputed in the four-belt era. So why not just put a little a cherry on top of it? Why not get a payday? I wouldn't be mad if he fought Jake Paul. I wouldn't be mad at all. I wouldn't be mad at all. AJ's trying to get a Jake Paul fight. There goes that AJ versus, there goes that Tank Davis versus Jake Paul fight.
Whoa! What the
More on that tomorrow. More on that tomorrow. Yeah. Usyk could do whatever he wants now. Wait, where's my goddamn button? Wait, where's it at?
Whatever, I do what I want.
He deserves it. I ain't mad whatever direction he decides to go. I'm not mad. Go ahead, bro. He done did everything now. He did what he needed to do. He's cool. Todd French back in that super chat. He says the hypocrisy of Congress changing the Ali Act, but they can't make boxing bend to the same stringent PEDs testing as every other sport by law. Shaking my damn head. Exactly, bro. Exactly. I don't understand why motherfuckers is popping dirty and it's 2 weeks after they done won already or some stupid shit. I'll never understand that. Don't tell me you can't catch these dudes before the ring walk. Stop it. Unbelievable. BT1 back in that super chat. He says Dubois' dad said if his guys can't get into Wembley, then Dan's not fighting? Really? All of their cars weren't allowed in, so Dan had to walk to the event. What? Oh, come on, bro. Jay Grant, salute. Hey, man, I didn't see all, because there's a billion of them on YouTube right now. This is true. If this is true, this is just... Jermaine, what up? Oh, my God, man. I'm going to say something, and I really don't care. Ninja nonsense can be worldwide. Are y'all reading this? All of the cars weren't allowed, onto the property, so he had to walk to the venue. Where was he walking from? Well, how does Wembley work? Is there like a parking lot? Like when you drive out to New Jersey, right, and go to Giant Stadium, they have a big old parking lot, and you got to park there, you got to pay for it and stuff like that. Shea State, well, no, it's not called Shea Stadium anymore, where the Mets play over there in Queens. I gotta say it like how my Latin people say it. Yankee Stadium down on 161st Street. Yankee Stadium. There's no parking lot. I mean, you got to take the train. Really, man? All of those people? How many of those people bought tickets to support him? You know what I did for the Bud fight when he fought Amir Khan in New York? I paid for the tickets, and I bought the pay-per-view for my household and I think my pops. I bought two pay. Same thing with Bud versus Errol. I bought the pay-per-view for two households, and I bought a ticket. I've done more for Bud than, and mind you, I picked Errol to win, but I've done more for Bud than a lot of his fans have done. Buying two pay-per-views and went out to Vegas for it. And it was for Errol too, but I supported the brothers. It is what it is. How many of those people did that? Who's with all 70 of those people with him right now? Donnie, let's go run. Let's hit the gym. You'll be buck. How many of them doing that? Hold your head, Lord. Anything? In my horrible British accent. I want to know who's around. I'm willing to bet what we're going to see later on is going to be like, oh, I had too many people around me. I had to get all these people that just used me up. Had too many people around me that didn't mean me anything good. We're going to hear it. 70 motherfuckers. How many of them that he actually knew by name? Name the 70 people that were there. Name them. If you can't name everybody in your entourage, I promise you they're not worth being around. It's not worth it. You might know one person. That one person will show up with 5 people. This is the oldest thing in the book. You can't get that under control. Oh, Matt Borgeson in that super chat salute. He said, give Usyk 1 billy and he'd still be Man, Usyk, you know what happens? You know he did? Humble. That's the word, right? You know what he did? What does he say he does after every fight? He packs up, goes home to his family, and they like go to the park somewhere. There's no fucking entourage. You see, being a champion also is a direct reflection of what you do outside of the ring will shine in the ring. He's not running around with 1,000 gold chains on. I don't know if he has any videos of his house or cars he bought. I don't know. But he's not in the public eye when he's not in training or fighting. He's off the radar. He lives a fighter's lifestyle. Now he has some career left. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. There's always time for him to fuck up, but I don't see it. Anything's possible. And I didn't see this in this young man. And I'm so upset because I held him to a high standard. He let himself down. And once again, these cats do this to themselves. Edgar in that strong house for 22 months, man. Salute to you, good brother. Good to see you. Peace, Drew. In the chat. Salute everyone. Salute to you, good brother. Much love and appreciation, man. Thank you so much. Jay Grant in that super chat. Much love. He said, so you telling me Dubois was having a good old time right before the fight? Yes, sir. It's all over. It's on the gram. Oh, word up, Nolly Ray. Where my button at?
Stupid butts.
Speaking of Jared Anderson.
Stupid butts.
Yeah. And there's video. And here's why I believe it's true. How many times I tell y'all, British fans, British boxing fanatics, now, you know what? Let me say this. British boxing supporters are just better than American boxing supporters. They're just better, period. They still respect the sport of boxing to a degree in which American boxing supporters, we're so far few in between. Casuals outnumber us, and they got the loudest mouths with the shortest attention spans, which is why I say I'm interested in quality, not quantity. I don't have the biggest channel, but for some reason, a lot of people know what I say and know what I do. RDR, salute, brother. You know, not an 86 in that strong house, man. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, Copper, I'll do that in a bit. Trey, what up? British boxing fans are just better. So if I'm upset with this, everything that I'm seeing on that end about this kid, they feel how I feel. They're not laughing about it and aha, kiki. No, they expected him to do better. A lot of them didn't expect him to win anyway, but they expected a better effort, and they couldn't see, they didn't understand why he looked so bad. And then I saw the Spencer Fearon interview, and I didn't know. I said, wait a minute, he did what? Partying the day before. And then the video starts surfacing. I'm like, who are these people? That's his house? I said, oh, shit. Well, there it is. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now it makes sense. He did it to himself. He did it to himself, man. Thank you, Max. City Field. My bad. Yep. He did it to himself. And I'm disappointed, man. Y'all heard you heard me and Stormy talk about Daniel Dubois, man. We had nothing bad to say about this brother. Now he got to live with this. Now the thing is he really living with it? $70 million in your bank account right now. Do y'all give a fuck about what anyone says? Well, if you're a true competitor, you do. But when you look back on this kid, I'm telling you, and this is where the race part comes in. Young man, you can't do this. They're not going to remember the good you did, how you bounced back from the eye injury, how you bounced back from the ACL injury, how everyone said you're going to quit against Miller and Hergovich, and you came back and whooped their ass. And you got yourself back in the ring. You fought yourself back into the ring with Alexander Usyk, and you had a shit performance, and no one could figure out why. You're partying the day before. That's what they're going to remember you by. You know why? This is where the race thing comes in. Because you lost, and who you lost to, and how you lost. Everyone is saying, here he go again. You see? Automatically, everything you did to get back into the graces of the fans and to get back into the ring with this kid, you literally fought to get that spot. You got it, and then you're partying the night before. That is unprofessional and it's undisciplined. And I held this young man to a higher standard. I held him to a higher standard. I held him to a higher standard, and he cut himself short. And this is why I have a problem believing these guys. The race thing. Let me ask y'all a question. Whenever a black fighter loses, what do they say about us usually? He's done. He got to quit. Quick question. Was a tall guy ever told that he was washed up and he should quit? Think of the white fighter or the Latin fighter that they say he's washed up. Matter of fact, Manny Pacquiao had 9 years of his life knocked off when he fought Marquez the fourth time. When he got up off the floor, people said they wanted a fifth fight before he even left the arena. They never said quick. And trust me, that knockout, when he woke up, when I saw it, I said, man, if he says I'm retired after this, I don't blame him. That was bad. That means he might be sounding okay now, but there's some shit knocked around in his insides that we don't see. So if he packs it up right now, I'm not going to be mad at him. But he didn't. And no one said he should retire. They just said, oh, knockouts happen. Word? I can't think of the black fighter in today's standards that got knocked out and they did not say he was done. I can't think of one. Matt Borgeson back in that super chat. He says, I don't know if you know, but Daniel's father controls his income. Not only that, his father set up the party when Daniel wanted no part of it. That's what's being said over there. Well, I'm not going to say that that's not accurate because I don't know. I don't know. It was mentioned that Caroline don't deal with him. So there may be a lot of truth to what you're saying right here. It may be. If Daniel, if he controls his income, where I thought that this was a good thing, it could potentially be a match in hell, a match made in hell. If your dad controls your money, and at first I'm like, man, you know, why would Caroline not deal with her father? You know, a strong black man, look what he's doing with his family. But, you know, to her defense, I don't know what's going on. That's why I never spoke on it, and I never bothered to do any research on it. That's me being on code. Damn, man. Me being on code puts me in a lot of compromising situations, doesn't it? Me being on code. I ain't want to go there, man. Hope that's not the case. And if you're going to fight like that moving forward, Daniel Dubois, man, you know what you do? Take your bread and retire. Take your bread and ration it out like how you want to. And retire, bro. Retire, bruv. You in there taking punches, man. 70 million, bro. You up. Ain't no one gonna pay you, man, bro. What does he do next? How does he get back? Bacoli? Jared Anderson? He already beat Big Baby Miller. What does he do? We haven't seen Hergovich since. Ain't no one saying he's done. Rematch Joe Joyce, I like that. BT1 says they have parking lots for VIPs. They only had allocation for one vehicle. Dubois pulled up with loads of, okay. Okay, so they had one reserved for him, and he pulled up with a goddamn fleet. Oh, what is this kid doing? And you know what? I don't want to go there, but it's something to consider. Does he know any better? Who's handling his business? Did he have he doesn't hire anybody like to be like, all right, you got to handle this business. No one called him and said, hey man, look, they have room for you, but these 70 cars, nah, they're going to have to make their way to the arena. We've made provisions for you, your limo or whatever. What y'all doing with all these cars? We didn't okay this. Did somebody put him in a situation where he didn't know any better? But you know what? At this level, brother, you're supposed to know better. And you see, I'm calling him a kid. I'm gonna be 50 this year. He's 27. He can literally be my son. This is ignorance on another level, because if he doesn't know any better, his dad's supposed to show him, man. What the hell was this party about, man? Oh yeah, they treated him like in a COVID manner in UK, man. He had to walk to the front end. Okay, he said the parking lot was in the back entrance. Dubois had to walk to the front. Why was he? More and more and more. Lord Sweat, real Baltimore in the building. Real Baltimore. Salute, family. More and more we find out this was a shit show. And he did this to himself. That's what I'm saying. Usyk ain't got nothing to do with this. He did what he was supposed to do. He did this to himself, man. Now, I'm not saying he was going to beat. Look, I picked him to win. But this is Alexander Usyk. Probably the smartest fighter today. In this era, he's the smartest fighter today. His IQ was crazy. But I picked Daniel to win. There is tribalism there. I want to see the brother shine. I liked his story. I liked his father. But I'm holding him accountable. What the fuck was this, Daniel? Come on, man. I can't not say something about this. I'm disappointed. Because he's better than this. Again, look, it's Usyk. I picked him to win because I thought he'd be better. I thought he'd download because Usyk hasn't changed. But I thought that they formulated a game plan. We have enough data on him now. We're getting a rematch. We saw what he did to Anthony Joshua, but we're smarter than him. He got us once. We was in Poland. We got exactly what we wanted, and we getting 70 mil. If we become undisputed right now, we can get 100 mil next fight. We can get the Fury fight. You could tell Tyson, hey, I knocked AJ out. And I beat Usyk, something you couldn't do, and I got these 4 belts. Let's say Gypsy Queen, let's get it. They could sell out Wembley with that. You wasn't thinking about that? Now I haven't seen, man, did he say the party? Did Daniel respond to this party shit? What is he gonna say? The party didn't do anything. It wasn't that. He might have to say that because there's gonna be a handful of people saying the party ain't do shit. You just lost. They could say that. But look at the dilemma he put himself in. I'm disappointed, y'all. I'm disappointed. Todd French back in that super chat. Salute, man. He says, Cook, Drew, you were in Vegas for the Bud and Errol fight. I was in Vegas as well. We were supposed to meet, but I couldn't do the family. I supported the team. Yo, salute, man. Yeah, there was a lot of people there that we just couldn't connect. There was a lot going on. And you weren't the only one. There was a couple of cats there with their family. And we spoke over the DM or whatever, but it was a lot going on that weekend. It was a lot. I was running around trying to meet people and stuff. Ran into Neek J and my brother Carolina Ryder was down there. There was a lot of people. It was a lot. If I knew everyone was going to be there, you know, I'd have had a designated area. We could all just met and chop it up. But it had to been under some AC because it was 110 degrees outside. And I turned colors waiting to get in. Salute to you, good brother. Kamara, what up, brother? Matt back in that super chat salute. He says, the Ashton Silva knockout was the craziest knockout I ever seen in my life. And he's coming back. People told him to retire too. He's 20. Ashton Silva, that's the MMA guy? Hold on, why does that sound familiar? Let me see something. Ashton Silva. What was on you? Oh shit. No, wait, hold on. Slive. Ashton Slive. Now I know who you're talking about, not the MMA guy. Slive. Said Dubois has autism. That's why, bro. You know, I want to. Can I ask y'all a question? And I'm not like trying to make fun or nothing. I want to ask y'all a real question. Clarence McClain, my brother, salute. I'm being serious when I ask this. I'm not being disrespectful, man. I really, really root for this brother, and I'm not dragging him and clowning him and stuff. I'm like genuinely concerned. Like this was a mistake. This partying and shit. But you mentioned the autism thing. Can I ask y'all a question? And I'm not making fun of the brother. I'm really, 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 really not. Really, really not. Is he autistic? Do you think Daniel Dubois is handicapped? Seriously. Did he mention it? And the reason why I asked is because sometimes, man, Focus Ball salute. A parent could see that their child is different. And I need y'all to hear me out. I'm not clowning, man. And since it's mentioned, part of the reason why I want Daniel Dubois to succeed was because, and I'm mentioning it now because I didn't want to mention it before. Listen to him talk in his interviews and stuff like that. he gives me these Green Mile vibes. It's a big dude, pause. It's a nice guy. But sometimes parents will know that their kids are different, so they work them in a certain direction to compensate what they can and cannot do in a school education setting. The joke is the dumb jock. I don't know if you guys across the pond understand what that is. The dumb jock. Y'all know what that is in America. The guy that's big and brolic and muscular, and he runs with the football, dunks a basketball. He's a brilliant Greco-Roman wrestler, Olympics, pro, and everything else. But what's 2 + 2, nigga? Spaghetti. Oh, he's a dunce. And I'm listening to Daniel. And I'm not, again, y'all, I'm not clowning. Is he autistic? He talked about how his father used to like make him work out. What I'm saying is sometimes parents will see, okay, my kid is different, but where he'll lack education-wise, look at those arms, look at that chest. Let me immerse him into athletics. And autistic people, their focus is different from ours. Then once they decide they're gonna do something, they just do it. And they only know one way to do something. That's just to complete the task. So I'm just asking, is he autistic? And I'm not being funny. I'm not, I'm just asking, man. I listened to a few interviews and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm just asking, man. Because if that's the case, that might be a reason why his father's giving him extra attention. And Caroline, she ain't like that. She's just off on her own thing. Matt says, I'm a special ed teacher. I can see it miles away. Wow, really, man? Really? So I'm not bugging. I'm not, am I right? Am I right to like, man, the first interview I saw him, this was like maybe about 6 years ago. And I'm watching him. I'm like, is he? That wasn't a speech impediment. That was just him talking. And I said, nah. And I never said anything. But I said, could it be? Listen, man, I went to school. Y'all know the special education class. Look, I'm not knocking anybody. Sometimes people just learn different. And I'm not talking about, there was special ed where the kids needed a smaller classrooms because they learned different. And then there's a special ed where the kids had visible handicaps, you understand? But the special ed kids, they were cool. They just learned different. Man. I'd rather it be like that back then, because today, oh, your kid crazy. Just give him this Ritalin, give him this Prozac. And now these kids are addicted to drugs. No. There was a dude we went to school with named Kevin. Matter of fact, there was two guys. There was a kid named Kevin, and there was a kid named Jason. And it was like we were all the same age, but they went through puberty before all of us. They had facial hair and shit. Jason was dunking. His voice got all deep. He was dunking a basketball. Man, we was in like 7th grade. And he was in a small class. Kevin, the same thing. They looked like men. They were our age. And they were both at that time athletically gifted. Dunking a basketball at like 6th or 7th grade, it was unheard of back then. And they were cool, and we know all the rap songs and whatever, but they just learned at a different pace. You understand? And I'm watching Daniel Dubois, and I'm like, was he one of those kids? Was he one of those? I don't know, bro. I don't know. And if that's the case, then what the brother said earlier about his father, pretty much being in charge of his money, maybe he's in charge of the money because Daniel's incapable of it. And that's an umbilical cord that he can't let go. And if that is the case, I'm not saying that his father has wicked intentions, but that's probably the reason why he's getting the attention. And in that aspect, he needs his father. You understand? And if he's autistic and he's gotten this far, as far as that party's concerned, his father dropped the ball. Then I can't blame Daniel for that. Now, look, I can't confirm any of this. I'm just saying, if this is the case, then everything starts to make a little more sense. You understand? Matt says his facial structure even has Asperger's to it. Again, Matt, you're not lying. Look, y'all, I got teachers in my family too. And we talked I've watched from the 90s to the 2000s to the 2010s. There's a lot going on in New York with in the whole United States with the educational system. It's like you end up fighting the kids and the parents and the system. The system wants you to behave a certain way. And it's like, yo, you in these classrooms with us, you see these kids, and then you give them a failing grade, and then the parents come in and want to kick your ass. It's like, wait a minute, I gave out homework, I've called you, you don't answer the phone. Your daughter in here twerking, and she's 10, and then you come in here with the bottom of your ass hanging out in here, and then you telling me don't talk to you that way? And then you go to the principal and say, hey, man, I'm doing my job. Oh, you just pass them because you can't tell them nothing, and we're going to get in trouble, and you'll be on TikTok and all this other shit. Y'all remember the teacher, the young black woman? She's trying to teach music, classical music. She's trying to play the Disney music, and the girls like, turn that shit off. We want to listen to Pound Town. Pound Town? Those girls was 12 years old. Why do they know what Pound Town is? Y'all remember the woman that called the mother, not the father, the mother on the phone saying, yeah, your daughter's cursing in the classroom and, I need you. You know what the mother said? Well, she's in your care. You can't handle that? I'm at work. Well, what do you want me to do? Well, I'm at work. Huh? So, yeah, there's that. But what I'm saying, Asperger's, look, man, and I hate to say this, man, but it's something to consider. The brother does have a particular look. He does. He does. Got to keep it honest. I didn't like that performance, man. If his father was responsible for that party, you didn't do right by your son in that aspect, man. You brought him to a point where he's made millions of dollars, and I respect it, brother. But goddamn, man. Goddamn. Now, you mentioned Ashton Silver. Not Silver. He's whatever the fuck. You know why I didn't know that name at first? I'm gonna share my screen. Give me 1 second. I'm like, why did Ashton? Okay. Here's why. Where's my video at? Not the MMA guy. Where's the video at? When I pulled it up, I said, oh, okay, I remember this guy. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Oh, let me. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Where the fuck is it? Give me 1 second. I know I have it here somewhere. I did a short about that guy. Cause he was one of those dudes on that bullshit. On that Ryan Garcia bandwagon. He was one of those. He was one of those guys. Y'all remember? He was one of those guys. Oh, Bada. Went in there and got slept. Bada, right? And PSA, if you're black and you quote anything that Ryan Garcia said, I'm looking at you strange. That dude is a racist and a cheater. And I know the sun shines on a dog's ass every now and again, but I'm not accepting that. Bullshit. You know what? I can't find it. I can't find it right now. But he got slept really bad. And you know what happened? He sided with Ryan. Right? And when he got slept, Ryan clowned him. And I posted the tweet. Ryan clowned him really bad. And I was like, oh, look at that. Look at that. And that was a bad knockout too, because he face planted and all that. And I said, hey, you ain't got no friends, do you? Oh, hey. Yo, good Lord, you don't like ugly. Yeah, man. Is this it? No, that's a short with Nakatani. Damn. Had to have been around 2024, right? Let me see. Yeah, it was 2024. Yeah, where's that? Oh, I did find something, though. I remember I did this. Let me open this up in Chrome. I don't know why this thing is doing this. I did find this, though. Where's that? Share screen. I remember I did this. I was clowning.
Obviously, he's doing his best to get into your head, to intimidate you. Has it worked at all?
None of it. I'm ready for fight. You know, I'll see him in the ring. I'm ready for it.
So he weighs 333 pounds. Do you think he can go the distance with you? Is that your plan, just to gas him out?
I'm not worried about none of that. You know, this is Africa and we slaughter lambs out here.
All right, let's go.
Oh, this is Africa. Oh, this is Africa. Oh, this is Africa. Oh, this is Africa.
Uh-oh.
Daniel Dubois.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Oh, man. This nigga was already on another continent, man. I was like, oh shit. Am I gonna have to change? Now I was clowning, man. It was funny. It was funny. I said, did this motherfucker? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I was nervous. I was nervous. This is Africa. This is Africa. I was like, oh shit. Wait a minute. Matt, back in that super chat, man, he said, I had an autistic friend who was mega jacked so insanely he looked like an art piece. There were rumors that Tyson was on the spectrum. Can see it. Hey, man. Oh. This is a strange place, man. And thank you for the super chats, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Tay says Usyk versus Parker. I'm not sure. Right now, Usyk could do whatever he wants to do. Yeah, I know, Clarence. I ain't shit, bro. But I that was crazy. They were not in Africa, bro. I was like, wait a minute. Damn. Somebody should have ran up and said, hey, no, he meant Saudi. He meant Saudi. Abdullah said, like Lenny from Of Mice and Men. Do y'all know that story of Mice and Men? Y'all saw that? Lenny was a big brolic, but he was a sweetheart. But the scene would do was punch him in the face. And he like grabbed him with one hand and lifted him up off the ground. It was crazy. Oh, it's been ordered? Yeah, Stephen X. Okay. All right. So if it's been ordered, Usyk could say, I don't want to do that. I don't care to do that. Who cares to do that? If he says, F Parker, I want Jake Paul, that's a guaranteed 100 mil and a guaranteed win. This is Africa. But I picked him to beat Miller, and he did. Yeah, Brother Reef, yep. I read the book, too. Ending was sad. I was like, damn, man, really? The ending was so, like, messed up. I was like, damn, bro, really? Yeah, I did a short about H2O. I can't find it. It's all, let me find, because you know YouTube likes to snatch shit off of my page. H2 nothing. Because y'all know they done stole a video. I had to re-upload it. That was crazy. Let me see. Because he sided with Ryan Garcia about the VADA shit, and then he got knocked out, and the same person he was riding with clowned him for getting face planted. Man, you know that video's not up here, bro. It's not here. It's not here, bro. And the reason why I'm looking for it is because A, it was brought up. B, I saw it on my hard drive. You know, I save all my stuff. And I'm like, yeah, this is uploaded. Wait, hold on, is this it? Let me see something. This ain't it. Damn. It's not here. It's another video. It's not here. Another video. Another video gone. Another video gone. Terrific, man. I got it when you remember when they put the camera on Dennis Ugas and they called him Zab Judah? Ah. We can't catch a break, can we? I got the raccoons trying to break into Rick Glass's house. Got that going on. I can't find anything because it's not here. It's not here. Some unbelievable. This is some repugnant shit. I got Tiafimo being racist on ESPN. Got that. Yo, my video's gone. That's another video. Oh, shit. I swear to God, bro. They made sure the Nakatani sleeping Maloney's here. They made that. They sure that's there. I got Devin pushing Loma. Mad at that. Mad at that. Look at that, man. These guys, let's go ahead and take my stuff, man. I got to check and make sure my jump rope videos are here. Oh, Michelle Rivera pops dirty. Where is Michelle Rivera? Where is he? Man, I'm so sick of, man. All right, whatever, man. Whatever. They stole my video, y'all. They stole it. It's not here, bro. It's not here. Oh, well. I'll re-upload it. But Ashton H2O Silve got slept. He got face planted really bad. And, oh, well. So, Daniel, with respect to everything that's going on, I don't know what's going on. But I don't know what else to say about this guy. Hold on, let me play that for y'all since I got it. When they called you Dennis Ugas Zab Judah, that was the illest disrespect I've ever seen. I said, holy shit. Who's working in the truck? I remember when Michael Clark Duncan died and they put up a picture of Terry Crews on the ABC News out here. I was like, what? What's his name that plays Steve Urkel? Right? Malcolm Jamal Warner just passed. They had a picture of the dude that plays Urkel on the news out here. I was like, what the fuck? What are they doing? I'm gonna show y'all this. This was funny, bro. This was funny. This was funny.
Yeah, I'd like to make a special shout out to Amazon Prime and the PBC for not knowing the difference between Zab Judah and Udenis Ugas. I don't think Zab was anywhere near Las Vegas Saturday night, but somehow they insisted to tell us that he was there. I mean, they didn't care who they put the camera on. This is the illest fail of 2024. Shout out to the PBC. I mean, there's a bunch of black fighters there. I mean, I know we all look alike, but geez, Louise. What? Yeah, I'd like to make a special.
Man, listen. Man, listen. Yeah, Abdullah, I got a Rumble account. I just haven't used it. That's crazy, right? Good morning, Jackie. How are you? Yeah, Jaleel White, Malcolm Jamal Warner. I mean, same shit, right? Jay Bean says, I seen Michelle Rivera, Fulton, and Colbert doing a documentary that's coming out. What? Upside and downs in boxing? Oh, wait a minute. Really? On Tubi? I'm going to review that. Egalitarian, salute. I'm going to review that. You know why? Where's Michelle Rivera? Because he popped dirty. He popped dirty. Chris Colbert, I want to know, is he going to do that documentary while wearing a Mexican sombrero backwards? And Cool Boy Steph, I don't know, brother. I don't know what he got going on next. Now, mind you, I saw an interview and I never spoke on it. His family, after he lost to Nui, did him dirty. If you know, you know. All right, JB, I'm gonna check it. Thank you. His family did him dirty. Just look it up. I felt bad. I was like, yo, they did. See? You see? Crazy shit. I like to see Cool Boy Steph and Elijah Pierce get together and make some bread. They got a little tension. You know what I'm saying? Just make some bread on it. Settle it in the ring. It's the sport, right? Whatever. Anyway, I'd like to see that. I want to know what Colbert has to say. I want to see if he blames the industry and not himself. Michelle Rivera, he popped dirty. I want to see if he blames the industry and not himself. Cool Boy Steph, from what I understand, he's made good business decisions. He's not strapped for bread, from what I understand. Hope nothing's changed. Don't like to see it when family flips on you over this. I don't like it. I don't know. But I definitely want to see that. I'm going to go ahead and get my day started, man. Y'all show love to each other. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. I got a lot going on. I got a lot of personal shit going on. But I'm here every morning because talking boxing is a temporary relief for me. And I appreciate y'all. Don't ever think. I know I ended the show yesterday. I wasn't talking about y'all. I was talking about the haters and the detractors and the knuckle draggers that just don't want to shit in their lives. It's unfortunate, man. But salute to y'all, man. And I'll catch y'all on the rebound, man. Much love and appreciation, man. Salute to y'all, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.